Break the stigma.
Every day I ask myself, what am I doing to live my best life? You got this. I'm here because I want you to reach your peak.
You're listening to the Lifelong Learning and Leadership Podcast, brought to you by 3 Pines Leadership. Here's your host, success coach, teacher, and mediator, Molly Doris.
Hey everyone, welcome back to this episode. Today we're talking about mental health stigma and what we can do to rid the world of that BS. Let's get into it. Chances are you or someone you know is impacted by mental health. If you have a mental health problem, you may worry about what other people will think of you. In many cases, no one can even tell if you're struggling with your symptoms, but sometimes the fear that someone can tell is enough to cause concern. You have a say in how others see you. The way you act and treat others can help influence people's attitudes towards you and towards mental health problems in general. This episode is for those living with mental health issues and those who wish to advocate for a loved one. And of course, this episode is also for those who want to push back against ignorance and learn something new. I live with my own mental health challenges. They impact every day of my life and every relationship I have. The biggest challenge for me is dealing with the stigma. People sometimes have negative views about things that they don't understand, like mental health challenges. And some people believe that things about mental health that aren't really true. Other people may have good intentions, but still feel uncomfortable when they find out that you have a mental health problem, or when you start acting differently. This can make people treat you and your family differently. This is called stigma. When you feel judged by others because you have a personal quality or a trait or a condition. Because of stigma, others may look down on you, and it feels really bad. Stigma occurs when people don't understand mental health problems or think that it's a laughing matter, when they don't realize that a mental health problem is an illness that can be treated, or when they think that a mental health problem is your own fault, or you can get over it, or they're afraid that they might someday have a mental health problem themselves, or they're simply nervous around you. You may feel shame or guilt about being differently wired. You might even keep this information from your friends or your employer. And this is called self-stigma. And it can keep you from getting treatment and living your best life. So now we know what stigma is, and we know how crappy it is. I need you to promise me that you'll do what you can to break that stigma, to get out of the comfortable habits you've built up, to reach out and relate to other people on their level, to be human, to be kind. And as I always say when I sign off, be excellent to each other. If you live with mental health challenges, respecting yourself is an important part of living a balanced life. Trying to remember this is nothing to be ashamed of. The issue is with your brain, it's not with you. You can reach your goals that are important to you, even if you have these kinds of challenges. Your attitude and your actions can influence what others think. Be honest with people and show them who you really are. When you help people understand your mental health problems, they're more likely to get past their negative views. Here are some ways that you can help others better understand your mental health challenges. First, let them know what you're dealing with is a medical problem that can be treated and managed. Talk about your treatment plan and what balance looks like to you. This will help them understand the challenges that you face. Show them your strength and your talents. Don't let your mental health challenges keep you from going after the things you want to do. Remember that you are the message, and you can show how you want to be treated by the way that you act. Treating yourself with respect can set an example for everyone. Accept that you may need breaks during your activities. Your symptoms may make it harder to focus on things for a long time. Work with your family and your doctors to set goals that you can reach, and let them know what changes you want to make in your life. All right, let's talk about work. For most people, work is an important part of their lives and identities. Having a job helps you feel better about yourself and your future, and it gives you a chance to connect with others. Work also provides needed income, and it gives you a chance to learn and grow as a person. Working allows us the opportunity to give back to our community. but it can also be a site of both outside stigma and self-stigma. Building a supportive team is the best solution. Be honest with your team about your strengths and your challenges, and work to recruit others to be mental health advocates. That's it for this episode, my friends. I can't wait to see you next week. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast platforms. And if you want video, you can find us on the 3 Pines Leadership YouTube channel. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love you to join the conversation. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at 3 Pines and 3 Pines Leadership. You can also stream all of our past episodes any time of the day on Spotify. Until next time, my friends, remember, I love you, and be excellent to each other.